Hello, my name is Luna, and you're listening to Infinite Souls, a podcast for that real talk about consciousness, spirituality, and realizing our infinite potential. Mucho, mucho love and light. Welcome to another episode of Infinite Souls. I'm Luna, and today is a solo episode. I am going to talk about something that I was thinking about earlier during meditation. And I wanted to speak about the reasons why I stopped drinking alcohol. Now, I didn't stop 100% completely. Like, I didn't say, oh, you have to never ever drink again. This is it. I didn't give myself an ultimatum, or I didn't put a ceiling on myself, because I know myself, and I know that if I do that, then I'll want to rebel against it, right? So, that was an easy way for me to be able to stop without feeling the pressure to stop. There's so many reasons why this was a choice of mine. I still will have like a glass of champagne every now and then, like once in a great while, but I don't feel the desire or the want to drink, and I used to a lot. So let's get started with this episode. First and foremost, it didn't happen consciously. So that 1 year, you know what year I'm talking about. That 1 year, I didn't go anywhere. I stayed home, right? And I was a social drinker. So me not going out anywhere made it easy for me not to drink, because I was a social drinker and I wasn't being social, so I wasn't drinking, right? And so then when I started to, okay, well, I'm going to be social now. I'm going to go somewhere. I went out and I had a White Claw, and I was like wanting to throw up. Like, I was gagging just by tasting the White Claw that I hadn't drank in so long, right? And later as I did a more spiritual learning of myself, and I realized that I had raised my vibration, and the alcohol was vibrating now at a lower frequency than I was vibrating at, and it was making me feel sick. Just plain and simple. My body was rejecting it. And so I felt my body reject it, and I decided to listen to my body and not force it, because during that 1 year, I built a relationship with myself and with my body. So I became very attuned with how my body feels, what it's telling me, what it's trying to say, what it's articulating, because your body will speak to you in full sentences, but you have to be able to listen and to recognize the voice of your body, right? And sometimes it won't. To me, it could be a thought, it could be, just a download, because I have clear cognizance, but it could be a sensation in your body, and it's up to you to translate what it is that it's trying to say to you, So having that connection with your body is very important, because the body will tell you what it wants and what it doesn't want. Even when you serve yourself a plate of food, if you hold it, your body will naturally reject it or accept it. There's a practice that people do where they hold the food or the plate, close your eyes and breathe, ground yourself, and your body will either lean forward or lean back. And leaning forward, it means it's yes, like your body wants it, and leaning back, it's like no, rejecting it. So try it out. Let me know if it helps, if it works for you. Now back to the alcohol story. Let's backtrack a little bit. So when I was in my early 20s, I used to drink a lot, binge drink, Friday to Sunday, Thursday to Monday sometimes. And I would binge drink, and I would also do a lot of drugs. I would do cocaine, I would do I don't know if I can say that on the radio or on YouTube. But anyways, I used to do illegal drugs. And I've tried pills and stuff like that. Like they weren't really my thing, like ecstasy and things like that. But I used to do the white stuff, right? And I used to do a lot of it. And every weekend was like nonstop. And I don't know, my body just, I don't know how my body put up with that. And me being so intoxicated and drugged, I would make choices that I wouldn't make sober, obviously. And I would sleep around with a lot of guys. I was very promiscuous, and it was like there was no emotion tied to it. It was just sex for me. Like I didn't give a rat's ass, you know. But you know, later when I did my trauma healing and I did my own inner work with my inner child, that I still continue to do so, because we should do it all our whole lifetime here. We gotta heal. But doing those healing processes for me really helped me see a different perspective. And also me being sober let me see with new eyes as well. And I really realized that I was doing those things to fill some type of void that I thought that I had. I had abandonment issues, and you know, I didn't grow up with a father in my life, and so that I think affected the way that I looked at men, in a way that I wanted to feel wanted by them, but the only way that I knew how to get that was with my body, you know. But I wasn't being loved, you know. What I really wanted was to be loved. And the child that did not feel loved by her absent father is the child that's still running around as quote unquote an adult now, you know. But if you never heal that child's self, that child is still in there, still needing the healing that you didn't do, because maybe you're not aware that you need healing, you know. We're not aware of what we're not aware of. We don't know what we don't know. And so, you know, yeah, the choice is up to you. You can't blame your surroundings and your upbringing and your trauma and your abuse. You know, I have sexual abuse and trauma from my childhood as well that I also had to work on. And all of that plays a part, but I couldn't blame it on that, because I know that I have the choice, that it was not my fault that those things happened to me, but it is my responsibility to heal my own self. Okay, and you can do that with help, of course. You don't have to do it alone. You can do it with help from therapists and family and friends and, you know, church or whatever, spirituality and different practices. Different things for different folks, right? But healing is out there, and healing is very real and needs to happen for all of us. We all have these types of wounds. But back to topic, I had these things that I was trying to fill with alcohol, with sex, and basically I realized after I stopped drinking that it was like escapism. It's really escapism. You're trying to escape the life that you have because you're unhappy with the life that you have and you don't know how to change it, so you want to escape. Like, oh, you know, it's the weekend now, I'm going to check out because I'm going to drink and get drunk, and then I check back in Monday when I go to work, and then I hate Monday through Friday, and then I check back out on the weekend. You know, like that was the routine. And that's the routine for so many people that work a 9 to 5. That's why 9 to 5s are not realistic, because people can't work that way. A lot of people don't work well under those situations or very happy, right? And if you're not happy, that creates other problems within the body, and we already know what stress does. It's one of the number one killers, right? And so it was like a cloud of fog had been lifted from my eyes, and I could see colors bright as fuck. And I was like, what? This is what sober feels like. I had been sober, but I guess not that sober and full of light and cheer, and just like, I just felt so grateful to feel things. Even, you know, I had a couple of deaths in the family the last 2 years. Well, I had also lost a friend. She also transitioned, and so a lot of death I was faced with, and that made me realize, you know, nothing is permanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is just a moment in time. You are just a flash in the moment of time, and what you're doing with that time really doesn't matter and affect everyone around you. And you know, being sad is okay. I understand, you know, that life is not easy. And it's okay to feel sad and to not want to do shit sometimes, you know. But how are you dealing with that? What are you doing? Are you just going to drink it away and pretend that it's not there? Or are you going to do something about it? Because drinking or taking pills for a headache is just going to treat the symptom, but it's not going to address the actual root cause. And so we want to address the things that are hurting us, that make us want to check out. And so I started addressing those things. I started doing inner child work through meditation. I also am a Reiki master now, and so I did a lot of Reiki healing on myself. I still do so. Sound healing, frequency healing. Meditation is honestly like the GOAT for sure. But that really helped me. All of that really helped me so much. And talking to my inner child, letting her be happy and letting her live, and telling her I'm proud of her, that she's perfect just the way that she is. Like, once you realize that you are perfect, whole, and complete right now, you're not perfect until you stop drinking. You're not perfect until you stop doing this. You're not perfect until this or that, until you have a certain amount of money. No, you're perfect, whole, and complete right now. Right now. Okay, so you can let that old story go. Let it go. Rewrite it, girl, or boy, or honey, or child, whoever's watching. Let go of that old story. Rewrite it anew. And since I stopped drinking, my skin is beautiful. I have lost weight. I still have things, obviously, that I need to work on, but I am now alert and aware that I can actually see what it is that I need to work on. And I realize your body, it can feel good. You know, I didn't realize that my body didn't feel good. I thought that was normal how to feel the way that I felt. Like, I just didn't really have much energy, you know, and I don't know. It's a weird feeling, but your body just feels healthier. You feel good. You know, you're not as dehydrated. Even though I'm a little right now, I need some water, but anyway. Yeah, so that is some of the reasons. Another reason that I stopped the drinking was also once I realized that the drinking was kind of like going out the window for me. I decided consciously, okay, I'll stop drinking. And that then was a conscious action done by me for my spiritual purposes, for my spirituality. Because I believe that our relationship with the divine should be first in everything, which your relationship with the divine can also be translated as a relationship with yourself, with your true nature, going within, communing with the presence that is just pure unconditional love and living through that presence, through and as that presence. That should be number one. And for me, it's number one. And I have a very deep relationship with the divine, with Source, and I connect with Source every day. And in order for me to function at my highest capacity as a healer for others, I want to be the purest vessel that I possibly can at whatever given moment. And so when I drink, I immediately feel my vibration lower. I feel my stomach get upset. I feel my energy levels go down, and I feel my energy like joy kind of go down a little bit. And before I did the opposite, and now it does that to me. And so for me to be able to be a clear channel for my Reiki clients, it helps me when I don't drink. It helps me be more of a clear channel without having other distractions and other dilutants in there. So that is also one of the reasons why I stopped drinking. New Year's is coming. I may have a glass of champagne. That's okay. I'm not saying, you know, it's that don't ever drink. Because everybody is different, you know. But what is the purpose? Why are you drinking? You know, just make sure that everything that you do in life has some type of purpose behind it. Sometimes things don't have purpose. They're just for fun. But you're doing it for fun. Well, fun is a purpose. You know, you're doing it to enjoy yourself. And if that's the case, then okay. But what is it doing to your health? Are you healthy though? You know, are there things that you're hiding? Are there things that make you cry at night or that give you nightmares that you don't want to talk about? Those are the things. Those are the questions. What is the next level of my expansion? Show me my highest self. Show me the highest version of myself, Spirit Divine. What's the next level of my unfoldment, Source? Ask yourself those questions. Is this adding to my highest self? Is this adding to the joy in my life? You know? Our mind is full of questions. Are we asking the right questions? Asking empowering questions can change a lot. And you may be surprised by the answers you get. But this is just my story. And I hope that it helped somebody, or that it inspired somebody, or maybe not. But in any case, I hope that you have an amazing, amazing new year and happy holidays. I love you so much. If you ever need any support, you can hit me up on Instagram, send me a DM. I got you. Okay? Love you. Mucho, mucho love and light.